Hi, this is Robyn Beazley from the Living an Amazing Life blog at robynbeazley.com. Hope you've had a wonderful week. Here we are on Friday the 13th, and it's late in the evening. I've been procrastinating and doing this video all day. I decided to work from home for the day, probably when I started hearing the pitter-pattering in the middle of the night. Actually, I don't think it stopped from last night. And I just decided I was just going to hang out in my comfies and get a whole lot of work done right in my home office, which is exactly what I did. So when I finally finished my day, I made pizza for John and I for supper. And I thought, I was dreading that I needed to go and get a little bit cleaned up before I made this video. You don't want to know what I look like most of the day. Probably not much better than I do right now. Or not, yeah. I probably look about the same. Anyhow, today's topic for day 13 of the 30-day challenge. I was also going to send a little shout out to my parents. Today is their 33rd wedding anniversary. That's right, they got married on August 13th. They had me on April the 13th, quite a few years later. However, 13 is definitely a lucky number in our household. So today's topic for day 13 of the 30-day challenge is a fictional book. And I'm going to keep this simple because I don't read a lot of fictional books. Well, maybe I do, but a lot of them are businessy and I would consider them non-fictional. Anyhow, the books that come to mind are the John Grisham series. Well, they're not really series, but he's got lots of awesome books out. A couple that I've read are The Street Lawyer and The Pelican Brief. I know there's a couple other ones out there. The one that I really like, though, is The Pelican Brief, which went on to be a video, and it featured Denzel Washington. Anyhow, I hope that I can start to read some more fictional books because I've got lots of great suggestions that you shared with me when we talked about my favorite book quite a few videos ago. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I'll still be video blogging, so you can check up with me somewhere along the way, or maybe next week when you're back. If you're camping this weekend, I hope that it is going or went awesome. See you later. Bye-bye.